All right. Technical difficulties. My computer decided to reboot last night, so Fuzzbutt is doing pretty good. He's still hiding some, but he has eaten. He has pooped. That is the most important thing. So, and it's back to smelling like he's summoning demons. All right. There we go. There we go. Got the lipstick done. Now to put the lip liner done. Now to put the lipstick on. Hey, Macarena. And of course, I see a Dua. I see an Andrea. Oh, I am very warm right now. You would not believe how warm this damn costume is. All right. Ha. I was mostly prepped and ready to go for the day. Only had like my makeup and a couple of other things to do. And then I remembered I needed to take the dogs out. All right. Glasses would be helpful. All right. Where am I going to move breakfast to so I don't knock it off? All right. While everybody finishes coming in and getting comfortable, let's just say we're going to please protect the energy of the space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, you will be meeting Arnold and the mods with the ban Hama.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hurry back, Mike. What's that news, Andrea? Please share. Stop my soda. Having a day. All right. Coffee is good. Let's take a sip. Oh. Hey, Mimi. Sorry. All right. Not to mention the nice. Not to mention the glitter in my costume is itchy AF, but it's really cute. All right. All right, now let's get dangerous. Okay, I gotta ask, which hat, pink or purple? If I can get my hair to cooperate. I actually think I like the purple. It's slightly more comfortable. All right. I know. I thought about it, but I thought about it last night and forgot. He's asking why I didn't grab one of my black ones. Yes. So, yeah. Whoops. So, getting a better cable package, that is awesome to hear. That is saving like half of what you were spending. I love hearing that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. I have hopes that we are actually going to maybe get some trick-or-treaters tonight. I am super excited about the idea because we have a family next door that's multi-generational family. They watch the grandkids during the day. And then the new complex across the street actually decorated for Halloween this year. Okay, Halloween this year. So we might. Why? Oh yeah, reminding me of Monday. Okay. So there's hope. Are we ready to get going, my friends, my loves, my witchlings? There we go. Now it's centered. All right. Ha! Interesting. Oh, hello. I see myself on Instagram. Hey. All right. Oh, well, yes, I understand that it was her bill, but still, I'm still impressed by saving half. I am so sorry to hear you're doing worse today, Mimi. I really apologize. I was super busy yesterday, and the blondes have doctor's appointment today. Stress. I am honestly debating if I need the yoga pants under the costume right now, but whatever. All right, my loves. Let's get moving, shall we? I'm going to take another sip of coffee. Coffee. All right. Oh. Because my earbud was right next to the mic. Oh. Buzz. All right. Yep. All right, so waiting for him to catch up with, because again, my computer decided to reboot last night, which just throws everything all out of whack. Oodles of fun there. All right, here we go. All right, my darlings, my witchlings. Today's reading reminds us. Okay, fine. Wait. All right, my witchlings. Today's reading reminds us that endings are sacred teachers. The Ten of Swords shows release after the storm. The Fool invites new beginnings balanced with wisdom. And the King of Swords guides us to rise with clarity. Namaste tells us to go to our happy place. Self-compassion encourages us to lean into discomfort. And Nick Niven, grandmother of Witchcraft, walks beside us through the veil. In our moment of Zen, Jack Cornfield whispers, "The problem is you think you have time." Hello, hello, namaste. How are we doing? One of these days, right? It's Friday. All right, here we go. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back one and all, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral, and I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through it. So let's go step into today's spiral together. Let's start by grabbing our favorite crystal. I am grabbing hematite because it just feels right today. Light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today. And let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling circle grow, and it keeps our daily spiral turning. We have birthdays. I'm super excited. All right. Two very awesome and amazing women are celebrating their birthdays today. First is my friend and mentor, Sharon. She is one of the absolute best things about this town. She allowed me to use her space for readings and my yoga classes. She mentored me in business and is a very wonderful friend. And Sharon, I hope you have an amazing birthday today. And with her, my friend Corinne is celebrating a birthday. Corinne is one of my spoonie friends, and she is a social worker who has one of the biggest hearts I have ever seen. I adore her, and I am so grateful that she is my friend. Happy birthday, ladies. I hope today treats both of you well. My candle attacked. Yep. We are also holding our light and sending juju to Will for his post-operative recovery. As I light the flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling or lost along the way. We also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun violence in the United States, remembering them eternally in our circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us. All right. All right, y'all. Hey, Dragoor. All right. How is everybody doing? I'm just kind of chilling to fluff out. Trying not to roast to death because I am incredibly warm. It's weird. I did not think this costume would be that warm today. All right, so. Let's take a peek at what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of this day. I'm going to take the hat off to do holidays. All right. There we go. We have 3 holidays. We have Give Up Your Shoulds Day. We have Book Lovers Day and National Authors Day. Give up your shoulds day. Release the pressure of perfection today. Shoulds weigh us down. Trade them for coulds and wills. Growth blooms when we give ourselves permission to be human, not flawless. Book Lovers Day. For those who live 1,000 lives through stories, today is for us. Whether it's ancient myth, modern magic, or cozy fantasy, curl up with a favorite book and let it open new worlds within and without. And also, check out the new Reading Rainbow. It is National Authors Day. To every storyteller weaving truth through fiction, I thank you. Writers are alchemists, turning experience into magic. Celebrate by thanking your favorite author or writing your own story today. And that's our holidays for today. All right. Yes. You are absolutely correct, Vampy. We are the ancestors, and we will spend far more time as ancestors than we will Earthside. And yes, Mike, every day is Book Lovers Day in our life and our family. I can't believe it's Samhain already, y'all. Yep, ebooks, web novels, those are also books. Anything that has text on it counts as a book. Graphic novels, ebooks, web novels, those are books. If you are reading, you are reading. It's spooky day. Happy spooky day. I am happy. All right, put the hat back on. Ha. I am happy today, for the most part. Terrified by the fact that we are starting into the holiday season, and I have a love-hate relationship with the holiday season, but overall, I am happy today. Okay, so we'll let him get his tea, and then we'll move on to reading the cards. Yes, we are doing guided meditation tonight. Please come join us. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Why is it the final countdown? Yes, in the pinned comment. You will find a link to the link tree. There it is. To the link tree where you can check out all of my stuff, including my Venmo, my websites, my social media, everything is there. So, and the sign up link for the mailing list is also there. Yay! Yes. That is true. Venmo link is there if you want to support us prior to, the monetization actually kicking in, or if you want to chip in for, vet bills, because 3 of the 4 animals are not at their best right now. Yes. All right, y'all. Let's move on to seeing what the cards say. What do the cards say? Anyway. All right, y'all. Oracle cards. Our very first oracle card is Overstepped Boundaries, followed by Unresolved Issues. Last but not least, we have closure. The overstepped boundaries and lingering unresolved issues have woven the final threads of this final threads. Final threads. All right. All right, let's try that again. See if I can actually read my notes. The overstepped boundaries and lingering unresolved issues have woven the final threads of this connection's tapestry. What once was has served its purpose. Now the path turns towards sacred release, a time to seek your closure, to walk away with grace, and let your spirit be reborn in the quiet after this storm. Now what do the tarot cards have to say to that? What are the tarot cards saying about this today? All right, starting with... My monitor's turned off again. All right, so starting with the Ten of Swords. Negative situation has occurred, but the worst is over and we need to accept what cannot be changed. Following that is the Fool. The Fool says, why did I say that? You are enthusiastic about a situation, however, you are in danger of jumping in feet first, only thinking of the consequences afterwards when it is far too late. You also have a strong tendency to let your emotions rule your head. And lastly, we have the King of Swords. A wise, mature, professional person with strong mask energy, an intellectual genius who encourages self-improvement. The Ten of Swords tells us that the pain has already peaked, the storm has passed, and it's time to release what cannot be changed. The Fool dances in next, full of excitement and wild possibility, but reminds you not to leap before you look or let your heart outrun your wisdom. The King of Swords steps forward now, steady, sharp, and strong, urging you to rise above emotion, think clearly, and commit to your own growth and mastery. What do y'all think? And now, my darlings, let's braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. The Ten of Swords marks the end of a painful cycle. The storm has passed, and what was once broken now offers wisdom. The Fool calls you toward new beginnings, but asks that you temper your wild heart with awareness. The King of Swords stands beside you, urging clear thought and mindful action as you reclaim your power. The overstepped boundaries and unresolved issues have completed their lesson. This is sacred release. Walk away with grace, find your closure, and let your spirit rise, renewed from the ashes of what once was. And our affirmation with this one: I honor every ending as a doorway to rebirth. I release the weight of what was and open my heart to what will be. With clarity, courage, and compassion, I walk forward, guided by wisdom, grounded in truth, and free in spirit. That one is powerful. I like it. What do you guys think of our reading and our affirmation today? Let me know. Oh, poor baby. That's hilarious. See, the final countdown just sticks in my head. It's a really good song, and I swear I saw Hazel. I'm addressing Hazel. The final countdown, my brother played it for Pet Band. I remember commenting on that to the man behind the curtain. I think it was yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, Andrea. Sorry, I thought it was Hazel that said this. But I think I said this to the man behind the curtain yesterday because it played. I'm not sure though, but it's a favorite song. And I'm pretty sure part of the reason it gets stuck in my head is I listen to it being played for Pet Band. All right. Mimi missed our holidays today. I will feel... Actually, yeah, I can go ahead and do a quick recap of them. National Author Day, Book Appreciation Day, and Give Up Your Shoulds Day. So, oh, it's Book Lovers Day and National Authors Day. I mixed the two of them up. Yep. Yep. Yep, Mike, I don't disagree. What the hell? So I went to scratch my head last night, and my thumbnail popped off, and so I had to re-glue it on today, and it doesn't feel... Oh, shit, that's why. All right. We're going to re-glue that now. Hey, oh, do we have a bean? We have a bean. Hello, bean. Don't mind me. I have to reattach my thumbnail again. As much as I love the press nails, they're a pain in the ass. He is doing better, still not quite back to absolute normal, but he has pooped twice now. He pooped yesterday and pooped today. He is eating almost his normal amount, so that's happy to hear. And drinking. Oh, he ate a whole bowl of food yesterday, so yeah, he's back to eating pretty much normal. But yep, he's still hiding, which is not normal, but he's not hiding under the bed, so that's... Oh, well, okay. Oh, okay. So he is hiding under the bed when the dog has stolen, her bed back. He's kind of been hiding in the corner of the bedroom. So, yeah. The doggos go to the doctor today. Sarge has a follow-up for his itchies, and Luna is getting we're pretty sure it's a fatty tissue deposit, or a fatty tissue growth, just documented so they know it's there, so we can keep track of size and make sure it's nothing serious. All right, there we go. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, she had one on her side for a while. Now she's got one on her chest. Thanks, Dua. I'm Witchy Barbie today, right? That feels much more secure. All right, coffee time. And hello, Hazel. I honestly thought I had said hi to you, and apparently it did not come out of my mouth. Oh. And hello to whoever is watching us in landscape. I am chit-chatting with the people who are in the other stream, because I'm vertical and horizontal. So, I'm not... Well, I am crazy, but I'm not that crazy. There we go. Yep, now you have the portrait feed chat, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so shall we move on to self-care cards? Fruitier than a nut cake. If I fits, I sits. Namaste. Namaste is telling us to travel to our peaceful place today. You don't have to jump on an airplane to experience that place of personal power and tranquility that leaves you feeling rejuvenated. Instead of a physical vacation, travel to your favorite place, often using visualization. Close your eyes and relax your body. Imagine a place you feel connected to that gives you a sense of peace and or power. Often, this is a place in nature that you have enjoyed and may know quite well. It may also be a place you have never physically been, but you would like to go. Rest here for a while and pay attention to each sense. Is the wind blowing your hair? Do you smell sweet grass or the soft, damp earth? What do you see? Pay attention to these details, and as you continue to practice, your place may become more and more vivid. Traveling to your peaceful place can help to relax your mind and body. I like it. Where's your peaceful place? Oh no! Bean put fake blood on and got stained. So amusing. This woman bought makeup, green makeup, to put on to go see the premiere of Wicked, the first one. So she did her face, her neck, every bit of skin that was showing, washed it off that night, and was still green. She's been to a couple of doctors who have told her, dermatologists who have told her, there is a chance that you will be green like this forever. Can you imagine that freak out? Nice. That's a good haul. That's what the man behind the curtain was asking. Did you get a good haul? Yes. Yes, Bean did. Yep. My place is generally either the beach or, more often than not, Multnomah Falls. Because that place just, it screams to me. I love that place. All right. Self-compassion. Self-compassion tells us to lean in. Is a part of your body calling out in... Self-compassion says to lean in. Is a part of your body calling out in pain or discomfort? Can you just be with it without trying to change it for 5 breaths? It's difficult. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Nice. I like wooded places too. Yes. By the way, the man behind the curtain was responding to the self-compassion card. Yes. I was born on the coast, and so the ocean definitely is one of my happy places. But there is just something for me about waterfalls. My favorite places are Snoqualmie Falls or Multnomah Falls or Silver Falls State Park, where there's like 15 different waterfalls. It's just... There may be 7 down there. I can't remember now. Good Lord, you're pounding on that keyboard, love. Oh, wow. I hear him going, pounding. It sounds like he is hammering on the keys on his keyboard. And I'm like, geez Louise, what did the keyboard do? Thank you, Dua. Stress. It's a killer. There are 10 waterfalls in Silver Falls? Okay. He's not hammering on it as loudly as it sounds. Yes, Dad's making hacker noises. That's true. He has a mechanical keyboard, which isn't as quiet, and I'm used to my quiet one. Yeah. But come on, brain, catch up. You were just gonna say something. What the fuck was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. It's gone. They're not. Oh, yes. Yep. Let's see, what else are we doing? Mixed nuts. I'm nuttier than a fruit cake. I'm fruitier than a nut cake. Oh, no. 2 days. Well, yeah, it's Friday, so you got the weekend. But, it is so cool that Halloween hat fell on Friday this year because, it's so much more pleasant when it falls on the weekend. No, we don't share a brain cell at all. Jesus, slow for me. All right, taking the hat off. I'm getting warm. All right. Oh, hey, die, wrong side. Yeah. I am not a nut snack person. I will eat peanuts occasionally, and really, I think I'll eat almonds occasionally. They're a little hard for my teeth. But yeah. Yes, it is the orange cat. Oh my god. The follow me if you like cats, I guess, kid on Facebook. He's just, I think he's hilarious. Apparently, I am now sharing the brain cell with Dad. Cows? Oh, crows. Yay. Yep. Actually, he is how I know how to pronounce today's goddess. That would be Kenny. Can't remember his last name, but he's a Scottish actor. And the way he wraps up his videos is follow me, I know the way. And I could listen to him read the phone book because he has that Scottish accent and he's adorable. I swear he's fey. I really do. Because he's got the most expressive face. It's great. Speaking of, next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. So, today's goddess is Nicnevin, the Scottish crone goddess of Samhain, walks between the worlds as guardian of spirits. Uh-oh. All right. All right. We're going to try this again. Nicnevin. There we go. Ready? All right. Next, we honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Nicnevin, the Scottish crone goddess of Samhain, walks between the worlds as guardian of spirits and mistress of witchcraft. She is the stillness after the harvest, the whisper of winter's first breath, and the magic that seals peace where there was discord. Beneath her cloak of midnight, she protects the living and the dead alike, guiding lost souls home through the flicker of pumpkin light. At Samhain's threshold, honor Nicnevin with acts of peace and release. Carve pumpkins or turnips to ward away malice and light candles to welcome your ancestors. Write what weighs heavy on your heart, then burn it to ash, asking her to dissolve old bitterness. Feast on apples and root vegetables for grounding and sip sparkling cider to stir your magic. In doing so, you honor the turning of the year and the wise crone who watches over the veil. What do you think of today's goddess? I'll address Mike in a second. Andrea, if I could be a dog or a cat. Cat. Because dogs we make go outside to go potty, and I don't want to have to do that in the rain and the cold, so I would much rather be a cat. And who wouldn't want to be a cat curling up in a sunbeam or in the window and just kind of snoozing all day long and getting attention when people remember you exist? As far as Mike, yep, we have multiple genius brains when it's our turn with the brain. There's Pinky and the brain. Doesn't she sound cool, Mimi? And there's so much more to her. I was trying to make sure I knew how to pronounce her name correctly. So I Googled how do I pronounce, and Kenny popped up, one of his videos. And I am going to link his video, probably, let's see, I think I have it here, and I'm going to share it in the chat, because honestly, that's the wrong one. I want to share the video that I used to learn to pronounce Nick Niven's name. There she is. Oh, shush. There we go. That's the one I want. His name is Kenny Boyle, and I caught it's a TikTok. Yes. It's a TikTok video, but you can find the look on his face where I paused. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram and probably YouTube. But this guy is just, I love him because he's so much fun. Hey, Mike. So, oh my God, we have both mics. Have a good night, Bean. Go get some sleep. Yes, we will talk current events during after party. Hey, Mike, how are you doing today? I have both mics, my mic and the other one that makes me think of my mic. Kiddo, for you, because you haven't been here, there's a guy who comes into my streams here whose name is Michael Stevens, but it's spelled wrong. Yes, he's in the other chat, sweetheart. Yeah, it's Michael Stevens, and it did, yeah. Every time he pops in, my brain glitches a little bit. Hey, Alan, how are you doing today? We're doing good, Mike and Alan. I'm in a good mood today. We actually have applied for, Andrea missed. We applied for the first level of monetization night before last. We have gotten word that the AdSense account is doing okay. And then what we are waiting on now, it's going to take 2-3 days to finish that. And then they need to review my channel to make sure that I am in utter and complete compliance. And then I will be able to start offering the super comments, I think is what it is. Super chats and memberships. So yay. And then, I spent about 20 minutes about an hour last night making more earrings. So I made 10 pairs last night. I had about 6-7 pairs that I had made before that, which reminds me I'm supposed to be wearing one of my pairs today. And I'm super duper excited. And then we are about 1,000 hours away from full on monetization. So we are just, we're doing really good. And yes, I know you don't answer to that name, kiddo. That's why I don't mind you saying that my last name, your first name. I don't care if people know my last name. Awesome. Dude. Yeah, we're hoping John is sleeping. That man has been through hell this last couple of weeks. He's doing tarot readings in the wild today. So he'll probably pop in after that. Mike, if you get people who say they're interested in the shirt, please send them my way. I have the shirts on hand to sell. That would be awesome. Yay! Ah, da, 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 da. So I'm pretty happy and pretty content today. Yep, that is true. Yeah, Michael was the #1 baby name for boys for like 50 years. It's hilarious. And I try to be pretty careful about not mentioning exactly where we are. All right, so let us move on to Moment of Zen. I know. All right. Let us wrap up the divination aspect here with our moment of Zen, shall we? We have a Zen Mondo and a short little quote from Jack Cornfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul fame. And Mr. Cornfield tells us, the trouble is, you think you have time. Armando. A monk brought 2 potted plants to his master. Drop it, ordered the master. The monk dropped 1 pot. Drop it, again ordered the master. The monk let the 2nd pot go. Drop it, now roared the master. The monk stammered, but I have nothing to drop. The master nodded. Then take it away. And that, my friends, is our moment of Zen for today. Ba-do-boo-boo. We'll do that. And then I think I forgot to copy pasta today's blessing. Having a day. All right, my darlings, my witchlings, my loves, it is time to wrap up our show for the day. As we open our circle with the extinguishing of our candle, we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us here today. All right. Coffee time. There we go. Okay. Before we completely wrap up and take off, a quick little reminder. This channel is supported entirely by the Witchling community. I have no corporate sponsors here, just magic and love. That doesn't... I don't know. Hold on. Don't think so. Give me just a second. Oh, crap. I don't think I did it. Well, that's what I thought. Okay. Give me one quick second because I goofed. There we go. There we go. I goofed. Again, got distracted by the dog. All right, here we go. There we go. Donk. And here we go with our closing blessing. Yay, we got it. And here is our closing blessing for this afternoon, this wonderful Samhain. May you walk gently between endings and beginnings. And here is our closing blessing for Samhain. May you walk gently between endings and beginnings, Witchling, releasing what no longer serves and welcoming the wisdom that remains. May Nick Nevin's lantern light your path through the dark, guiding each step with grace and courage. Remember, peace lives within your breath, joy waits in your stillness, and your magic is eternal. Go out. Namaste, my witchlings. Go out and spread love, joy, and kindness. There is already... Go out and spread love, joy, and kindness, my witchlings. There's already enough darkness and hate. Let's please try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly on wings, curl up with fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And my witchlings, please always, always, always remember, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose is real, even if you haven't discovered it yet. I was 45 before I did. I love you all to bits, my dears. Namaste, witchlings. All right. Hello, hello. No, we are not pre-recorded. This is entirely live. I simply do not address the chat while I'm in the middle of one of my segments. Coffee time. There we go. Yep. And here's the chat for the opposite streams. I stream portrait and landscape, and it gets kind of entertaining when I'm talking to people in both. It's great. Uh-oh, Mike had a da-da-da-da-da. That works. Yeah, that works. I am just kind of slightly groggy right now, but that's because I, crawled in bed around 3 o'clock this morning. Yep. All right, now. Okay, yes, we are still selling the shirts, Mike. John is hopefully asleep. Yeah. Andrew, it's okay. Yep. All right. I had wondered why he used Mikado 2 on YouTube, but I know my kid. Yep, as was Mikado. And then Shiv Kumar. Hello, Shiv Kumar. Let's see. I do not generally do readings during my live streams. We are in the process of figuring out how to do that one and what I'm going to do with them. And, well, right at the moment, we need to focus on other aspects here because we just reached the first level of being able to apply for monetization. So once that goes through, we'll see where we go from there. Because with that first level, we get the super chats. And, I may offer readings for those who do a super chat. And also, I am also very ADHD and autistic and have pervasive demand avoidance. So the more you demand I do something for you, the more my brain goes, no! So, yeah. So. That's true too, Mike. And also, I'm not the only reader in here, so, we also abide by you get more honey, you get more, flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Thank you. My brain is glitching hard today. Thank you. We are from the United States. I am in the vicinity of Seattle, Washington. Yeah. You got a point there, kid. I get it. All good. All right. All right. Thank you. We simply ask that you be respectful, polite, and we will respond in kind. I am generally a very nice, sweet person until you piss me off, and then you run the chance of rage coming out, and you don't want to meet rage. She's not a very nice person. There's someone in the chat who can tell you just how not nice she is. I'm still sorry. All right, so... And there are days when the conversations that go on up there are just absolutely insane. Wait, you're insane. Yeah, well, we knew that. Damn it, close enough for government work. All right, speaking of government work, how are you? Are you still with us, Mike, in landscape? Now I have to specify which one I'm talking to. Nope, nobody's home. Bummer. All right. But, yep, everybody ran away down there. That's okay. Anybody have any plans for tonight? Like I said, I think we might actually get some trick-or-treaters. I'm thinking after we get the doggos back from their doctor's appointment, I am probably going to sit here and watch Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2 because, well, I absolutely love those movies. Oh, Echo, I'm sorry, that sucks. That was always my favorite part of Halloween. Ooh, here we go. Controversial opinion. If you have a teenager in costume show up at your door and they do not have younger kids with them, are you going to hand them the candy? I am, because honestly, I would much rather see teenagers out trick-or-treating and having fun and being kids rather than doing some of the other shit they could be doing on Halloween, like TPing someone's house or egging cars or all of that shit. There is no age limit on having fun. I know. As he said, there's eggs are too expensive for that shit. What did I say? Eggs are too expensive for that kind of shit. Oh, Echo's sick. Bummer. One of the worst days to be sick. Oh, King Tide's nice. Have a good one, Shiv Kumar. I tried to raise my kids that hospitality is sacred. Yes, Halloween candy isn't expensive. I was trying to say eggs are too expensive to egg someone's car. And apparently treats is what came out. Egg people's houses, TP their yards. Yeah. My incubator was pregnant with me and out on Halloween with my brothers. And one of the local cops, because she had her jacket zipped all the way up, because it was cold AF in Oregon in Halloween of 77. So, cop comes up because they'd had people TPing and egging things. Mind you, my mom is talking to the chief of police. They come up and demand that she unzip her jacket because, we don't know that you're not hiding eggs in your pockets and stuff. And the chief's like, dude, she's pregnant. We don't know that. I do. Mom's like, don't worry about it. Just unzips, pull it open. Holy shit, you're huge. She's pregnant. When are you due? Valentine's? Oh. Oh, that makes sense, Andrea. That makes sense if you have, if costumes are a trigger. See, I will even hand teenagers candy if they come up to my door in jeans and a fucking hoodie. Because, again, I would much rather have them doing that than being out raising hate and discontent. So, and my favorite, and I did this with my kids and ex-husband, I love when the family costumes are themed, such as we did Tigger, Pooh, and Pooh's honeypot, and a little Tigger. So yeah, I love those. When I did Trick or Treat Street last weekend, I saw an entire family of cows. Actually, I think I saw 3 families of cows. One family that was unicorns and a pegacorn. The little one was made sure to tell me that she was a pegacorn. And I love it. Yep. Yes, Echo does. Give candy to the adults and everything. And it's I would rather hand out candy than see a unicorn with wings. So there are Pegasus and a unicorn. But I would much rather see these families and these older kids out trick-or-treating and just still being kids. Because we expect kids to grow up far, far too quickly as it is. Please, let them enjoy it. I know my kids. Yep. I know my kids all trick-or-treated well into their teen years. True. She was wee, and I think her family is more the pegacorn type, because I knew exactly what she was talking about. Or because she was so wee, she just kind of oopsed with what word it was. I am going to have to shower 7 times to get the fucking glitter off of me. So this is the costume I was talking about that I wore to the husband's, the man behind the curtain's old work, and sat in a chair at the deli, went back 6 months later, and there was still glitter from this costume. You can kind of see the glitter in the sleeves, but I'm going to stand up real quick because you got to see the skirt. See, it's all glittery and shit. I am shedding glitter. Cool. Wait. That's a good question. Hey, Mike. Lunas the Protogen, their name is Echo. And you know me, if I know the name behind the screen name. If I know the name behind the screen name, I will call them by name. I mean... UK, if I remember right. Think so. Oh, but yeah, I do not, I know we probably should talk about what's going on here in the States, but I really don't want to talk about it. I want to just enjoy my holiday and just kind of chill. It's not going to last for long, but you know, hey, life goes on. Oh! That has the earrings I made. So, I know. So everybody remembers me bitching about the fact that the garnets I bought, the holes in them are too small to thread through the earring wires. Mike Echo is much younger. So I picked up stretchy to make bracelets with, right? Just gonna grab this. So 2 of the garnets in here. Just grab 1 die. That way you don't drop the other one. Doink. Now I gotta take the glasses off so I can see the hole. I just about screamed when I realized this last night. Alright, gotta find it. And my fingers do not. There it is. Okay. Maybe not. Doink. Where the fluff did the... I see it. Kind of see it. Screw it. I'm going to use the fingers that I can't feel with the string. I know people are talking. Dragon onesie PJs. I am so freaking blind as a bat. Where is it? There it is. But, point is, wouldn't it be? Sheepskin! Mind you, he is also he's also 6 feet tall, so he would make a very, very impressive dragon in Dragon onesie PJs. Oh, that would be awesome! I would love to have the matching toothless onesies. Those would be so cool. I have a leopard onesie that I wear occasionally. Hell's Bells and Tinker Toys. Found it. Oh, I just had to use the right curse. Doink. Haha. So. Alright. So, they won't fit on the earring wires, but they will fit onto the bracelet elastic. Hello, we have new people in. So, hey, hi, welcome. I am Di the Yoga Witch. I am chit-chatting with people in vertical and horizontal stream. I'm showing off my creations here because I'm going to be making jewelry to sell. And I was quite upset when I found out that my garnets that I had bought would not fit the earring findings. We are just kind of chit-chatting, chilling with the Witchlings, which is what I call my viewers, after my Daily Divination and Self-Care live. And this is where, well, the weirdness just kind of expounds. We're all a bunch of weirdos, so yep. Bats actually do have very good eyesight, just they echolocate in the dark. Yeah. Their sight is very similar to ours. All right, who wants to see what I made last night? The stitch onesies with the pink stitch and the blue stitch, those would be cool too. All right. I'm so proud of everything that I have done with my creativity and shit. He is like his mother. As long you can call him anything you want, just don't call him call him late for dinner. Love my kids, love my family. Your autism showing, sweetheart. And very possibly, yes. Andrea's a doll. It sounded like a mom. It sounds like mom exasperation to me, but that's because I am a mom. Bats will sleep in the sink and they hiss. That's kind of cool to know. My nephew is terrified of bats and did not realize until after he had moved out of my house that I had bats that flew and were very obvious in the backyard of the house he lived in. He thought they were birds when he lived with us. And his mother is like, please do not disabuse this notion. He is terrified of bats. Yes, they are sky puppies. I love it. Sky puppies is absolutely adorable. Sky puppies. Check these out. I am so proud of these. They are clear quartz, hematite, rose quartz, clear quartz with a lotus, upright die. With a lotus in the middle and then a pentacle at the bottom. There we go. Now y'all can see them. Look at that. And the hand tags say handmade with love. Oh, that is an adorable name, Andrea. Thank you, Hazel. I was talking with Mike and another one of the bonus kids last night. And I made these while I'm sitting there chit-chatting with the kids. Because I have to have something to do with my hands. There we go. Oh, yeah. And then I'm so proud of what I did. Because of the fact it's been so long. Thank you, Echo. I'll show you guys the rest of them. So a lot of these are made with, they're made with my favorite stones. A couple of them I bought stones that I'm okay with, but. So these are my triple moons with rose quartz, hematite, and clear quartz. Rose quartz and hematite and garnet are my favorite stones, especially when it comes to jewelry. Ooh, okay. Yes, if you get your ears done, please make sure you go to a professional piercer, not a mall shop. So, rose quartz, hematite, pentacles. Look at those. Da-da-dum. These, I'm trying to decide if the silver findings with the aged brass dangles, but they're hematite and pentacles. Thank you, Echo. You're so sweet. Rose quartz, tiger's eye, and lotuses. And we were talking for what? Maybe 45 minutes? And that's how long it took me to make 10 pairs of earrings? And as I get back into the swing of how to make them, it takes me less time per pair. Green aventurine, opalite, and lotuses. Hey, Mike! There we go. Just showing off my handiwork from last night. I'm hoping to throw together some bracelets tonight, although I'm paranoid of running out of stones. Opalite and hematite. I have so much fun making this shit. I have a few other pairs, but you guys get the point. I'm having so much fun. I hear you, Michael. We're kind of here too. I am. What are we doing here? Thank you, Hazel. Honestly, it is a witch costume that I got from Torrid about. I want to say it was my first Halloween there, and that's when I found out that we weren't allowed to wear costumes. So it would have been Halloween of 19. I am actually looking at picking up some clips for those who don't have pierced ears. I'm also trying to figure out because yes, I know some men who would wear these earrings, but what can I do for the guys? So I'm thinking something like key rings or whatnot. So we'll work from there. And then, of course, we'll have the spiral jewelry coming out for the coven. That is cool, Echo. Poor Pluto. Pluto has been a planet, then a dwarf planet, then a moon, and I think it's back to being a dwarf planet again in my lifetime. Oh, excuse me. Apparently I have the hiccups. Damn it, Andrea, the hiccup fairy left you and found me. Yes. Mike, there are times when I wonder if you were supposed to be blonde. Yeah, Mike and I share a brain cell, kind of like ginger cats. There it goes. Hiccups are a fake curse, so might help. Zap. What is he borking at? Okay. I would say belly because what I learned, it causes hiccups is the diaphragm kind of twitching, and the diaphragm is in the abdominal area. So I would think, yeah. Get out of my head, child. We really are sharing that brain cell today. I know. Don't remind me. That's scary enough. I birthed this. At least he's not the one that tried to kill me. There's what I'm looking for. No. Oof. That is cool to know. Oh. I have a bunch of mushies in the backyard. Not quite in a circle, so I'm not worried too much yet, but hey, James, how are you doing? Where are my glasses? There they are, hiding behind the soda can. I gotta clean my office this weekend. Haha. I was gonna say something and my brain just went gloop. Augustus gloop. He's got a point. Yes, they do. And we still have the church in the backyard, too, from her. So what the hey? He got buried. Let's see, what else are we doing? It is Halloween. Fuzzy Butts is doing a little better. We're doing pretty good, James. How is Andrea? Andrea seems to be doing pretty good today. My costume is itchy. My costume is itchy. Isn't it, though? They get drunk. The church. They get drunk. Especially if it's caffeinated. Do you want to see a caffeinated fae? I am... I love you too, honey. Yeah, they love the bubbles. Fairies. The little people. Actually, the little people are the leprechauns. Hi! I am hyper and happy and goofy and just going batshit today. Oh, can my darling witchlings, because it's pretty much the regulars in here, can you guys please keep my adopted daughter in your thoughts? She is about ready to be done being pregnant. She is taking the older two trick-or-treating tonight and hoping that it kind of, kickstarts labor, because this woman is pregnant with twins right now and just done. So she's hoping that this kind of kickstarts them. And then she sees the doctor later this week to, set up a time for them to make their grand entrance. I am super excited for her, although the idea of going from 2 to 4 kids overnight literally is not thrilling. Fuzzbutt's biological mother is not handling the idea of having new babies in the house well. She has never been fond of small people. To be honest, this cat has only ever been particularly affectionate with 3 people. Her mother, her father, and my munchkin. This cat has the hots for my child. But yeah. So we're sending Juju and baby dust vibes for them. Talked to the other daughter last night. Well, I was talking to both of them. And her little guy is doing really well. He came a few weeks ago. I'm happy. I am very happy for all of my kids. That is true too. What the hell? Which he, my love? I know who you're talking about, but where did this come from? Well, yeah. As the man behind the curtain commented, at least that he has an overturned birthright citizenship, so all of my grandkids are citizens. What makes me sad? Overall or right now? Sad would be the fact that my business is exploding. We are doing huge and really, really good things. And my former best friend isn't a part of it. There was a time when I could not have imagined being here today without her by my side. So, but what makes me sad? People being injustice, people being treated poorly for things that are out of their control. I cannot stand judging or hating or whatever someone for something they have no control over, such as where they were born, their sexuality, their gender. They had no choice over the way they were born, or how much melanin they were born with. So, sexual assault makes me angry and very sad. Domestic violence, both. So that's why I am doing what I'm doing today. I am here to help spread joy, love, kindness, and light, and help people understand that, hi, I've been there, I've done that, I got out, I can help you. That is what I want to do. Mental health is another pet topic. Yes, my love. Yes. So, let's move on to happier subjects. Oh, that's right, shit! It is Samhain, and I didn't dig out the cards. Come here. My little jack-o'-lantern friend. She lights up. I know it is. Ta-da! She lights up. And it changes colors. I'll show you again in a minute. Alright. You sit there. Grab the Samhain cards. Did I kill the battery? I may have. I think I did kill the battery. Bummer. Well, it's like 3 years old. That's because the trans jack-o'-lantern was not lit yet. Oh, there she is. Ah! It just flashed red eyes. Damn it! I think they'll turn blue in a minute, but I'm not positive. Okay. There we go. Haha. Come on. Oh. You can you'll be able to see the eyes change color-ish. That will help. Boom. There. Aha. Now you can see that she's lit up. Haha. Because if I turn her off. Doink. Nope. You can't tell. I think the batteries died. But. Doink. Probably a watch battery. And it requires a screwdriver. Yep, it requires a thingamajigger. I know. I didn't realize it was dead. Okay. I know. I have I seen? Andrew's asking if I've seen the Dragon Prince. No, I haven't. It is on my to-do. Now. Raven Wizard. I do not know if I know. I may know Raven Wizard. Hey. Apparently Raven Wizard is a friend of Mike. Okay. Disrespecting elders. James, there is, I have issues with that at times because there's a difference between respecting someone because they are a human being worthy of respect, and there is the demand of you will respect my authority because I am older than you. I have dealt with both people. I will more than happily give someone all due respect for being a human being deserving of that respect. But if you demand me respect your authority before earning that respect, I will not. Is there a ritual to become a witch? Some people have them, others do not. I think once upon a time I did do a self-dedication ritual. I believe it was before I realized that Silver Ravenwolf was not someone I wanted to follow and idolize. So there is that. But you don't have to do a ritual. Some people, yeah. See, I don't even demand that my children, I did not demand that my children give deference to authority of people who were their elders simply because they were older. As soon as they showed that they would respect my children as human beings and talk to them as human beings instead of barking orders and because I said so, that was a difference. Are they expected to respect you, or are they expected to respect your authority simply because you are an adult and they are children? That is my issue. Yes, Raven is absolutely correct. It's optional, but it's a good practice. Kinda, Mike. Witch is someone who practices witchcraft. So, yes, someone who has a magical aspect. That said, many, many, many pagans refer to themselves as witches. And paganism is the religious aspect. So again, James is demanding respect from his children because he is an adult. And they are children. Hey, Lacey, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cut them. I have personal issues with authoritarian parents. That is something my husband and I have discussed multiple times over the last 15 or 14 years. Hellenic, you are a polytheical. That's not the word I want. Polytheists are pagans and witches because they venerate and worship multiple deities. Therefore, you can be a witch and Hellenic. Polytheist, thank you, Echo. That was the word I was trying to come up with. And then, interesting little tidbit, Mike. Today's goddess, Nicknemis. Kenny straight up said she is the Scottish version of Hecate, which is kind of cool. Well, look at this. We have the same fucking card we pulled yesterday. We have Mischief reversed, which is one we pulled yesterday. All right, so number 25, Mischief. Ah, that's right. I will be showing the card. Yes. Okay. Okay, so we have our Seasons of the Witch Oracle. I love these decks. So our first card today, we have, Seasons of the Witch, Samhain deck. Our first card is Mischief Reversed. All right, so the keywords for mischief are clever and naughty. Keep your eyelids open and sight sharp as nails, for there is something trailing behind your tail. Be warned when you have pulled the card Mischief in reverse. There are people around you who may not have your best interests at heart or will seek to step on your back for their personal gain. Likewise, a situation may not be as it seems. There could be hidden dangers lying in wait. Be watchful and make sure you look around corners before moving ahead. Next, we have... Wait, cheese and crackers. Oh, okay. We have Candle Magic Reversed. Dunk. And Candle Magic Reversed keywords are intentions and prayer. Speak your breath into its velvet. Recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. And our reversed interpretation is, when candle magic is in reverse, you are being guided to call in good spirits to help with your goal. Have you ever tried invoking a deity or angel into your spells? If not, perhaps now is the time to give it a go. If you have, maybe there's a new deity that is waiting and willing to help you. Don't be shy about asking others for help. Sometimes we need a little helping hand when things become overwhelming or we aren't sure how to proceed. And then it gives us our color correspondences for candles. That's cool as shit. And then finally, last but not least, our last tarot or Samhain Oracle card. Protection. So our last Samhain Oracle card for Samhain is Protection. Ta-da! One more. Our keywords are safety and hidden. This is my house, stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare lift its hidden. Many of us have had to search out our own safety since beginning our journeys as spiritual healers, students, and teachers. We faced criticism for being witches, faced jealousy for being true to our paths, and had to withstand attacks from our own egos. But we rise and keep going with fearless determination. We know we have our spiritual team, our ancestors, guides, and angels to support us and keep us from harm. You are always protected, my dearest witch, no matter how scary the world may seem or how many things go bump in the dark night of your soul. Within you is a space that cannot be harmed, penetrated, or shaken. Here you can retreat to heal and find comfort. You need only step through the veil into the arms of those who love and care for you. If you have drawn protection, know that all is well and you are safe. Your spiritual support team will protect you from harm. You are protected from hexes, evil eyes, dangers, psychic attacks. You are even protected from the dangers of your earth-based ego. Know that you can handle anything. When you are feeling safe or when you are feeling unsafe, speak to the powers that be. Ask them to guide you where you do not have eyes and to keep you safe when you are in harm's way. They are always walking with you and are ready to provide you with additional support whenever you feel the need to ask. So, oof. Somebody's out to get you. I can't remember what Candle Magic was. Let's reread that one right quick. That's the Banshee. Okay, so someone is out to get you. Call in reinforcements. And you are safe. I like it. It makes sense. Someone is out to get you, so you need to call in reinforcements, and those reinforcements are going to make sure you're safe. I like it. I like it. And that, my loves, my darlings, my witchlings, is our final Seasons of the Witch Sewing Oracle. Box. I know. Sorry. What do you guys think of these decks? Ha ha ha! We're gonna... Wrong sib. How? Doom ba ba ba. There we go. That works. You opening the big one. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Echo, where are you again? You're UK based, right? Let me do some research and I might be able to find somewhere that you can acquire some that are not ungodly expensive. Raven Wizard, I actually ordered these from Amazon. Because that's where I can get them quickly and easily because I am out of car. I despise supporting Bezos, but when you're a spoonie and you're low income, you do what you got to do. Hazel says she's already paranoid. Yep. Andrea says maybe call upon a family member. Yep. That have passed away. It's the intention. Yep. I hear you, Raven. That's one of the things, that's one of my biggest reasons that I hate ordering my cards online. Because being able to feel them. It's just, Okay, Raven's in Finland. Let me do some thinking. Thank you, Dua. It's a simple lavender cut crease today. Ooh, handmade cards. Yeah, we're going to kill the fairy. There's a story. Ooh, I think I've heard of that one. Oh yeah, sorry. We're gonna trap the hiccup fairy. No, sweetheart, I gave it to you and the box. I thought. I'll look. I feel that, Echo. But yes, oh, there's someone in the Landscape chat. Hello. Oh, I gave you the dragon deck in the box. I will look and see if I might have that one then. It'll be hiding in my cupboard. So I will look for it, and if I have it, I'll get it to you ASAP. But my next deck that I'm getting in this series is the Yule deck. And I need to check because I might have that one and maybe one other, and I will have completed the series. Let's see. Oh, something else we are looking for. Yeah, I know. Something else we are looking at doing is we're going to create our own Coven of the Sacred Spiral tarot deck. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but it is in the plans. It has actually been it was one of the first things we decided we wanted to do. And I am super excited about it. And let's see. I really miss Witchvox. It was a website. I think it still exists, but it's nowhere near what it used to be. And I miss having that hub, because what Witchvox used to do is they had lists of craft stores. Yes, I call them craft stores. New Age shops, craft stores, covens, open circles, all of that on the website. And you can't, they don't have that anymore. And it just makes me so sad. I believe Witchbox is how I found the coven that I was kind of curious about on the other side of the sound. Ended up making a very good friend there. I know that feeling, Raven. Because I have some cards that I don't like use them because they're too slick, or the card stock is just too thick. The ones that annoy me, and I can't grab one of the... Wait, yes I can. I know. So, we have the Modern Witch deck, okay? It is absolutely glorious. The artwork is amazing. I mean, here's the bonus card off of it. The artwork is amazing. But, I have big hands. But there is no way in hell that this witch can shuffle this deck. It is too thick. So when I'm shuffling this deck and using it, I have to split it into quarters to be able to. Whoops. There we go. But yeah. So I definitely understand. And I have like 3 decks that are like that, and I hate it. Love the decks. But, yeah. I played flute and piano for years, so I've got the long fingers, but they're just... I think my youngest can shuffle this deck normally, but he can palm a basketball. Lucky shit. And ironically, this is the only deck that my youngest didn't glitch. He and yes. I gave him the deck that he managed to use, that was this deck, and he replaced it for me with the same deck. Because that boy can just neutralize tarot decks. His best friend's Nana, so basically his adopted grandma, paid for the boys to get tarot readings at a fair. And Did the friend first. Everything went great. And this was at the beginning of the day for this fair. Did the friend first. Things went great. Handed the spawn the cards to, cut and all of that. And she tried to read it, and the cards just kind of went, hey. All of the cards were just kind of, hey. Made no sense. At the end of the day, like 6 hours later, the reader comes up and just hucks the deck at him and starts cussing a blue streak at him because he broke her cards. He has done this to mine, and it took 3 months of 3 months of moon cleansing and smoke cleansing for them to finally cooperate again. I will not let him touch my unicorns. Oh, Echo, I'm so sorry that you were just fighting with the muses. Yes, doing pretty good. He is currently probably on his way home. Yeah, he's on his way home from work. Kicking ass, taking names, and being a killer DM. Love that kid. I didn't think about the fact that you know Mikado, so you would know Ark. I refer to him as Spawn online. That's possible, Echo. You should tell him. He's been busy of late, though. It's that time of year where he does the haunts and work, and he does shit with me, and he does shit with his siblings. But it is chaos here in our little town. Good. I have glitter everywhere. All right, we have 10 minutes. Yay! So let's see, what else are we doing here? I have, ooh, that's not useful. Had something else I was going to share, and now I don't remember it. Yes, reminder, I will not be here Monday. I am going to the VA on Monday, so I will be in transit at the time that we are normally doing this. Oh, I am going to do, this is my notes for things I want to do. Oh, I am, dear. So I decided the other night, I don't know if I'm going to do a video thing on it, but I am going to do a couple of blogs on closed practices, cultural appropriation, and the difference between appropriation and appreciation. Case in point, I was reading, this person lives in Japan, and they were wearing traditional Japanese clothing for an event, etc., and they got bitched at for cultural appropriation when, the Japanese people sitting next to them at the event were complimenting them on what they had done. What they were doing was cultural appreciation and doing the appropriate thing in the situation they were in. Whereas you get these very definitely non-native people who wear the war headdress and the breeches and that, and paint their faces up looking ridiculous and go out and pretend, look, I'm an Indian for Halloween. Nope. Yes. Let's see what... So that's cultural appropriation versus appreciation. Closed practices are something that I'm very, very, very big on. I belong to a couple of witchy groups on social media, and the discussion was, I know that white sage is a closed practice, so what can I do? And so many people in the comments are like, well, the sage isn't a closed practice. A plant can't be a closed practice. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, burning white sage and smudging your space with it is a closed practice, but the closed practice is the act of smudging, which is when you take the abalone shell and the eagle feather or bird feather and waft it to smudge. If you want to do something similar to that, number one, do not use white sage because it is on its way to being endangered due to overharvesting. Same with Palo Santo. And B, don't use the feather to do it, and don't call it smudging. If you must use something to waft it around, use a fan. I mean, I have this one. I have my pretty bi-flag fan. So, you know. And then there are things like hoodoo voodoo. Those are also closed practices. Don't fuck with that shit if you have not been initiated into the practice, because hoodoo voodoo is one of those that, yeah, it really does work. Yes, voodoo dolls are also included in there. I will probably touch on those as well. Yep. One of the series of books that I read is very voodoo based. I cannot remember. M.L.N. Hanover, I think, was the author's name. Yeah, exactly. Do not fuck with voodoo. He stared out at grass, his vision blurring as being awake for days finally caught up to him. Sounds better. You've got a really good line there. You just have to tweak the wording of it a smidge. But I like it. You have a way with words, sweetheart. Yeah, change the tense, because you start your sentence in past tense with he stared. And then you go to current. And so there we go. I like it. You've got a way with words, hon. But the closed practices, and then there are some people who say that tarot is a closed practice or that chakras are a closed practice, and I'm like, there are certain if you're a yoga instructor, you work with the chakras, and tarot. I understand. Okay. Go ahead and show that one. Exactly. Tarot is not any one practice. Tarot is actually the precursor to fucking poker, but yep. There are a lot of people, Mikey, who feel that Hinduism or Buddhism is the only practice that can deal with the, chakras, and they don't think about the fact that that is taught in yoga teacher training. And then there is also the subset of people who feel that yoga has been entirely too whitewashed of late because its origins were for the priest class or the priest caste, i.e. the Brahmin men in India. And here in the United States, when you think yoga, 99% of people are going to think skinny, white bitch, on Instagram. There we go, Raven. Good. And that's one of my issues, and I'm actually working with a friend from India to discuss the whitewashing of it and the fact that when you think of yoga, everybody thinks of, the Instagram pictures. Love it. Yeah. Or not necessarily lost, but lack of sleep. Ooh, pumpkin spice latte. That sounds good too. And I want to go with the basic bitch thing too. Yup. The chakras are an integral part of Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And that leads us back to the fact that yoga is so much more than just the asana, the positions, the poses. You have 7 other limbs. The first 2 are the yamas and the niyamas, which are the social and moral ethics and guidance code for being a yogi. The very first one you learn is ahimsa, be a non-harming. And some days I can actually run through all of them, but yes, that works. Very good, Echo. Yes, you're working your body. You are working to working your body so that you can sit in meditation for hours on end. It's essentially the same concept as sending first graders out to recess. Let them burn off some of the energy, and then they'll be able to sit and pay attention. I honestly, when I started yoga teacher training, I did not know that there was that much more to it. We caught it. We figured it was vision started to blur. Yeah, as Dad says, you don't use it for the rest of the philosophy, but having done that, you know that's what it's doing and what its purpose is. It is there to work the body out so that the brain can function. Yep. Auto-corrupt is a wonderful thing. Holy sh... Exactly. Thank you, Andrea. They're writing their book, Andrea. But yes. And it brings us back to the appreciation versus appropriation. You're good, Mimi. And have a good one, Hazel. Go get some rest yourself. And then there is the spiritual bypassing aspect of a lot of things, which kind of goes into what I was talking about yesterday, with relying on the tarot cards or the psychic hotlines back in the 80s and 90s and living your life by that. That is spiritual bypassing. That is handing over any and all responsibility for your life to something, to religion. And that is one form of spiritual bypassing. And there is another that my brain is just not putting into words yet. They don't. But that's also something that we've talked about in the Spiritual Professionals Association that I belong to, talking about spiritual bypassing and all of that. I'm just, yeah. This is stuff that I absolutely love, and it fascinates me, and it has for a very long time. And actually having, I hate to put it this way, but having an excuse to dig into it and dive into that rabbit hole, that's kind of cool. You're right, Mike, and what you're saying there goes along with, am going to touch on the SNAP thing. There are people who are out there laughing about the SNAP benefits being stopped and pointing out that there is a line in the Bible that says basically God helps those who help themselves. And well, the Bible also says that we are supposed to assist those in need, feed the hungry, clothe the poor, house the homeless and shelterless. I like it. So, these are the lines, these are the verses that people are ignoring. That which you do the least of, that which you do for the least of these, you do for me. Yes, it was, Mike. And people just, modern American Christians just ignore that. As Mike was saying before we really got started, today's American Christians are the ones that Jesus would have been chasing out of the temple with the bullwhip after flipping their tables. And yeah. They worship an orange god who held his Bible upside down. That one just blows me away. And he holds it like, what the hell do I do with this? Yep. They are being told to pull the reserves and use them for what they are supposed to be used for. So hopefully, I don't know though. I know a lot of actual true Christians here in the States, the ones who actually walk the walk and talk the talk. I have some friends who are that way. Exactly. And the Christians who walk the walk, talk the talk, I have zero issue with any of them. It's the ones who are the fucking hypocrites that I can't stand. If you are genuinely Christian and you abide by the do unto others as you would have done unto you, love your neighbor as yourself, feed the poor, clothe the feed the hungry, clothe the poor, house the homeless or the shelterless. Those are the Christians I will help and I will support, hands down. Yes, we need more like them. The ones who do good deeds that don't necessarily broadcast that they have done them, they simply do it. There is a YouTuber or a content creator I follow, Misha, Don't Cross a Gay Man, or Your Gay Bestie. He's awesome, hilariously funny. Yes, he will often talk about some of his good deeds, but it's usually, I am doing this because I feel called to, and I feel blessed to be able to help like this. That's nice. Go get some rest, Echo. We are off tomorrow because it's Saturday. We don't do much. We don't do anything on Saturdays. And we will be back Sunday for Coffee and Cues. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yup. Yes, Andrea, that exactly. Evangelic Lutherans are one of the better denominations. I grew up in the Episcopal Church, or Anglican Church of England. And when I'm pressed and I have to say I am Christian, I will happily say I'm an Episcopalian. I was baptized into the church, grew up in it, and I absolutely love how progressive the Episcopal Church is. So there is that. I'm surprised I look over and I don't see Uncle Chandler's ordination picture. But yes, I love the fact that we have an American Pope. So there's that too. I laugh at some of the stories I heard when he was chosen. One of them being there was this woman and her family was watching for the news, and his name was announced, and they showed his picture, and they were all at their, different, they were all in their own homes, and one by one her family called and went, "Did you see who it is?" She had dated him in high school. So I'm just like, how do you deal with that one? Yes. I don't know if he has actually been canonized yet, but I know it was coming. He was 17, I believe, when he passed away. Yes. Awesome. Speaking of ice, for those of you who are Seattle adjacent, ice is here. The slightly larger town that I go shopping in, where there's Costco and Target and all of that shit, a woman dropped her child off at daycare and was taken into custody by ICE as soon as her child walked through the door. Yes, she dated the Pope in high school. It was hilarious. And there are a couple of other people who were friends with him when he was a kid who have been like, wow, not unexpected, but cool. But could you imagine being able to go out and say, yeah, I dated the Pope? They followed her. They originally were going to pull her over, and she just kept going to the daycare. She got out of the car, took the baby up to the daycare door, knocked on the door, told the daycare owner what was going on, and she's like, I think they're ICE and I think they're going to take me away. And it's so heartbreaking when she told her baby goodbye, because he's like 5. She said, please don't ever forget that mommy loves you. She is prepared to never see her child again. What? If God didn't like gays, he wouldn't make gays. Yep. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her family, her siblings are speaking out too. But yeah, this happened just like 15 minutes. Sorry. They've been seen at PetSmart. They have been seen around Target, so probably around Costco, and I'm willing to bet they're hanging out in the Home Depot and the Lowe's parking lots. They are not. You're absolutely correct. All right, y'all. I need to wrap up because I need to figure out if I am wearing the glittery witchy costume to take the dogs to the doctor or if I'm going to change into street clothes. Yes. Very accurate. Very true, Mike. God, I love you and your and the cousin. I don't know, Andrea, because the closest Walmart to us is about another 20 minutes south of where they have been seen. But yeah, I am not thrilled. Do it? Yeah, most of Paul was mistranslated as well, Mike. And outright propaganda. Yeah. Also, that many people have said, it's rather obvious that Paul was written by multiple people here. All right, so I am going to wrap up, my loves. And I will see you all on Sunday. So please go out, spread love, joy, and kindness. There is way too much darkness and hate in this world. And then please make sure your loved ones know that you love them because we don't know how long we have with them. And then, last but very much not least, please, my witchlings, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted. You are needed. And your purpose here is real, even if you don't know what it is yet. I was 45 before I found mine. I love you guys all so much. Namaste, witchlings. Blessed Samhain.